Good morning. I want to call to order and welcome everyone to the July 9th meeting of Mason County Fiscal Court. Please stand. Join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Reverend Lees, will you come forward for our invocation?
Shall we pray? Father, we begin this morning by just taking a moment to lift up to you the concerns that are upon our hearts. Father, as others are battling sicknesses and illnesses, we lift them up to you. Father, I also take this opportunity to lift up to you our leaders as the stress and the just the troubles and things that we experience in life can often cause us to be wore out. We just lift them up to you, praying that you give them peace and energy and strength. And Father, we just thank you for this great community. We thank you for all of those that are here today. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well done, my friend. Well done. Thank you. Commissioners, good morning. Madam Clerk, can you start us off with a roll call, please?
Yes, sir. Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, in your packet, we have some guests joining us here today. We've got Matthew Tab Campbell, Mason County Ag and Natural Resources Agent, as well as Steve Clary, Mason County Extension Chair. Gentlemen, if you will come forward to the podium. We have a brief presentation. I want to, and the commissioners want to highlight Mr. Campbell for an exemplary career at Mason County Extension and an overall 27-year career as County Extension Agent in Kentucky. Ted, you've served Mason County admirably and with distinction. However, sadly, you've accepted a new position with UK following your passion as UK's newest pesticide safety control coordinator. And so, anything you'd like to say, my friend?
No, thank you very much. It was a hard decision for us to go that direction for sure. The last 15 years in the county has been really rewarding for a lot of different aspects and things like that of our job. We appreciate all the help that each of you have given us over the time and appreciate the continued support for the Extension Service in many ways. Yeah, the new direction I think is going to be a challenge, but something I think that will be rewarding as well.
Yes.
You know, Mason County is home, so I'll still be here. I'm going to plan on commuting back and forth to the new office and things like that. But yeah, it was kind of a bittersweet situation, but in the end, I think it might be an interesting challenge to see where we can go with that. So we're looking forward to that.
We're looking forward to watching you excel at it, my friend.
Thank you very much.
Commissioners, if you will join me, we have a certificate of appreciation. Mr. Campbell and Steve, please come up. Come through here, guys. We'll get a picture. Yes, sir. Congratulations. Thanks. What student is?
It's pretty drastic.
Really? Spirit of Mason County. Gentlemen, we appreciate you both. Thank you.
One thing I'd like to add, we're gonna have a reception for TAG July the 25th at the Extension office,
Perfect.
4 to 7. So, cordially, the board invites you to show up
and wish Tad well for his
New endeavor. Yes, sir. Thanks, Steve.
Thank you all.
Commissioners, that brings us up to approval of minutes. In your packet, you will find the minutes for the June 11th, 2024 regular meeting. One thing I do want to highlight, is at the June 11th meeting for our Germantown Fair ad, Commissioner Frame brought to my attention that we talked about in May's meeting. I misspoke the motion stating that in the motion that it was $1,000 ad for the Germantown Fair. The flyer and the minutes reflected the cost of $1,500. And also I will highlight tourism has put in or contributed $1,800 for their advertising to match that. However, we need to make sure that our minutes accurately reflect what happens at court. And so, John, do I need a motion to amend the minutes or?
Yeah, are the action was correct, but the minutes are incorrect?
Correct.
This was the May meeting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's a May
Yeah.
meeting, and
Right.
we approved 1,000, and it came back in the meeting in June that it was 1,500 that we approved, and we did not.
so make a
So
motion
the
to,
bill should be 1,000, right?
No, the bill is
So we
$1,500.
need something to change that.
Correct.
what was voted on in May was 1,000 though?
Right.
Correct.
So it's not gonna amend the minute meetings, or the meeting minutes. It would just be to, amend the action taken by increasing from 1,000 to 1,500.
This was the special meeting, correct?
This
No,
was
the
a
regular
regular.
May meeting. Yes,
But the,
ma'am.
the minutes are correct. You just- we approved the wrong amount. or-
Correct. Yes.
Yeah, just make a motion to
We approved.
amend that
No,
prior
no.
action.
We
Wait.
approved $1,000,
Right.
but it should reflect $1,500 is the cost of the ad.
But that's nothing to do with the minutes, you need $500 more.
Correct.
So amend the prior motion by increasing from 1,000 to 1,500, if that's your brothers.
And so we need a motion to amend that, correct? Okay, so I'm looking for a motion to amend
$1,000 motion to 1,500.
to 1,500, yes, sir.
I'll make that motion. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion?
So you're wanting to pay, instead of 1,000, 1,500 for the ad?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I just want to make sure we understand that.
That's what the bill and the flyer state. Let me hand this back around.
See, I did not see this.
So we got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hurd?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
No.
Judge
ma'am,
McNeil.
I don't think I'm going to approve.
Yes,
this.
ma'am. Commissioners, also in your packet, you will see the meeting minutes from our June 11th regular meeting. Looking for a motion to approve said minutes.
So moved.
We have our motion,
Second.
and we now have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hurd?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. And then finally, Commissioners, in your packet, you will see the special meeting minutes from the June 26, 2024 meeting. Looking for a motion for the June 26th.
So moved.
Got a motion,
I'll second.
and we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So let me get caught up here. Okay, Commissioners, in your packet, you will find the June Road Department report, and we have Road Supervisor and Director Joe Brown joining us today. Good morning, Joe.
Hey, how you doing?
Morning, Joe.
Hey, hey.
How's
There,
everything?
Joe.
All right. For the June report, we begin our second round of mowing, hauled some sand liners to Bear Pike, prepare washed out in the ditch. We needed some guardrails on Old Sardis Pike and also on Stroh's Run and Lowell Road. Repaired a cross drain with some coal patch on East Perry Lane. Installed a total of 5 road signs. Weeded around the welcome signs and Cummins Reserve's guardrail going up to it. Trimmed trees in the back of Bridle Path and Haywood Lane. Repaired a ditch at the Basic Fire Department. Installed entrance pipe on Leeds Creek Road. We've done some shoulder work on Thomas Lane. Rocked the shoulders on Welsh and scraped the road off on Welsh Lane. And Bush Hog, Cummins Nature Preserve. And then we had 11 customers for the livestock removal program. And then we also had 3 or 4 signs we made there.
Also, in addition, Commissioners, we've communicated out our road paving schedule. So over the next several weeks, we will see work completed on Key Pike, Stroh's Run, Cropper Lane, Clark's Run Road, Allen Lane, and Springdale Road. In 4 weeks, 4 to 5 weeks, we will see work completed on Emerson Drive, Jefferson Run Road, and Dividing Ridge Road.
Make a motion to accept as presented, please, on the road department.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Surplus auction, all of your inventory is, well, I guess all the inventory is coming to the road department.
Right.
For inventorying, okay. Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Well done, thank you, my friend.
Thank you all.
Yes,
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you all.
Commissioners, in your packet, you will see the June Animal Shelter Report, and we've got Animal Shelter Director Marilyn Fowle joining us today. Good morning.
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 In June, 23 dogs left the shelter, 14 adopted, 5 reclaimed by owners, 4 were transferred to rescue, and 0 were euthanized or died. 29 entered the shelter, 19 a stray, 7 abandoned, 1 owner surrender, 1 cruelty or neglect case, and 1 other. Animal control received 237 dog-related calls, 10 cat-related calls, made 66 field responses, and brought 17 dogs to the shelter. As of June 30th, the shelter housed 28 dogs on site, 9 in foster, for a total of 37. Received $1,952.79 in donations, 51.25 volunteer hours, and completed 5 spay-neuter surgeries.
Well done, that's a lot to get done in 1 month, my friend.
And
Yes,
busy.
It was a busy month.
Also, I'd like to highlight our friends with EnviroFlight. Every one of these adoptions, EnviroFlight Forever Home Scholarship Fund helps convey the adoption fees. On that, they've been a fantastic partner. As a matter of fact, we probably ought to convene a meeting with their team to re-up, make sure they're wanting to do it for next year as well. And then I'd be remiss without highlighting a friend, Mark Day, John Best, and the Buffalo Trace Stampede team for yet another outstanding run over the holiday, in which they came up and raised $2,000 for our Mason County Spay and Neuter and Animal Shelter program. So, applause to those folks.
Absolutely.
Good. So, Commissioners, I'm looking for a motion to approve.
So moved.
We've got a motion, and we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners, next up in your packet, we've got our Sheriff's Office report, and we've got Mason County Sheriff Ryan Swirsky joining us today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So first up, we have our activity report. We tracked 557 incidents for June. We had 21 collisions. It was a busy month for us in general. You can see some other figures there in our monthly report. We've also highlighted our mission statement in this report, which essentially relays that our goal is to provide order while protecting the constitutional rights of Mason Countyans. We believe we can do this through crime suppression, community outreach, and constitutional awareness. So we've been working on that mission, and again, it's highlighted there in the June report. Next up is our settlement. That'll be Sheriff Boggs' 2023 tax settlement, and I would ask for the court. I would ask the court for a motion to approve this settlement.
I make a motion to approve the settlement as presented.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second approving the 2023 year tax settlement from Mason County Sheriff's Office. Any additions, deletions, or discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Well done, Sheriff. Well done.
Thank you. Next up, we have our disbursements for the month of June 2024. We did not collect any franchise bills this month, so there were no disbursements. And I don't believe we need a motion for that, do we, Judge?
No, sir. We're not taking any action.
Okay.
I think we're clear on that.
For our vehicle report for June, we have no major updates to report there, but it's there for your review.
Curious about the 2023 Durango repairs approved. How major repairs on the number 15?
So this one, from what I remember, a deputy hit a culvert. He was chasing somebody,
Okay.
and I don't believe it's extreme.
Ironically, on the Germantown Fairgrounds.
At the Germantown Fairgrounds, yes.
Everything goes down the Germantown.
Yes,
Fairgrounds.
so I don't think it'll be major.
Okay. Just curious if it,
It was more the underpinning and the wheel well, that plastic
Gotcha.
underpinning.
I'm just curious.
He did catch, the deputy did catch his.
Yes.
Catch his suspect on foot, not on the car.
Yeah.
Also, Commissioners, Sheriff and I have had some initial discussions on getting in a regular rotation for vehicle purchases. That includes the surplusing of old and the replacement of new. Chief Deputy Linville has a couple of proposals and hopefully streamline the process going forward. And so probably explore that at next month's meeting, okay?
And then finally, I have a surplus list for the court. They are included in this list is we have 9 or 10 office chairs that the clerk's office graciously donated some of their chairs to us, so now we can get rid of these. And I don't believe they can be used anymore. They're pretty
I got you.
they're pretty old.
So they go to landfill or
Yes, sir.
any charity, any other government entity use them or?
I mean, I'm more than happy to ask around and see. They're pretty dirty.
Does it make sense to take them up to the road department for the surplus? I mean, there might be a scrapper or somebody come by and take a look at them, or are they trash?
We can look into it.
Let's say, just to approve the surplus and, just say to be disposed of either landfill or by gift.
Okay.
Gift to a nonprofit or a government entity.
Okay. Good deal.
Strangely enough, if you set a chair on 3rd Street that you don't want anymore, it doesn't last very long. I don't know if that's.
I love it. It's the best chair I've got in my
Although
office.
when I sit on that one, the treasure system.
I love it. I did.
So Commissioners, I need a motion for the surplus, so either be a landfill or gift. Got a motion? Got a second? Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
That is all I had.
Hey, well done, my friend. I really like
Thank
I
you.
really like the new reports.
Yes.
And the mission statement.
Thank you.
I do too. Yeah. Good stuff, buddy, good stuff.
Commissioners, next up in your packet, you will find the June report for the Maysville Mason County Emergency Management, and we have Emergency Management Director Tony Lees, also Pastor Tony Lees, joining us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. And, so the month of June, I would first of all would like to say I was out for 2 weeks, 1 week for training and one for a project. And my deputies stepped up during that time, and I first want to just thank them for their support and everything, because all this is not possible just by me. So just looking over the training, we had a Ready Ops training. It's patient tracking training, so this allows us, if we have a major event, to be able to track the patients where we have taken them, to relay that information back to their families, to let them know this is where your loved one has been taken as a result of the situation. Hopefully it never happens, but we're prepared. Also went through the IMT training, which was a week-long training over in Catlettsburg. This is going to allow us to be a part of a IMT team. If we have any incidents that happen throughout the state, they can call me to go and to assist as they try to recover from the situation. So great training, good time there.
Tony, what is
Yes.
IMT?
It is the I should spell all that. It is the yes. It's the team that goes in and incident management. Yes, incident management.
Okay.
Team. Sorry.
Sure, no, that's good.
You caught me. So yeah, it's the incident management team that goes in and kind of assists the local government in the midst of that situation. So. On the 24th, we had a Emergency Operations Center training, the EOC training with our volunteer fire department chiefs there, just kind of briefing them and keeping them up to date on our relationships there. On the 27th, we had a CPOD training, which is a central point of distribution. Again, in the midst of a disaster, if we bring in National Guard or someone to assist us with commodities, this kind of helps us to organize those points of distribution. Planning, we had a planned meeting with a boat drill that will be taking place in August up in Newport. B&B Riverboats is going to allow us to work together with our team to assist onboarding and offboarding, different types of drills that we'll be able to do with their boat and with looking forward to our new boat that will be coming. Emergency hazard substance plans. Those were due in for each of our facilities, so we had the plans, went over them and submitted those. We also are planning a tabletop with the Army Corps of Engineers that will take place here later on in the fall, and looking forward to all the participants that will be a part of that tabletop there. Incidents was a fairly busy month. A lot of the heat and severe weather that we kept our eyes on throughout June. We had a 1046, which is an accident with injuries there on Jersey Ridge we assisted with. Another one there at the AA and Progress Way. There on this 8th and 9th, again, I want to thank our Chief Eddie Foster and the Buffalo Trace search team that called them to assist in the search of a missing toddler. They thankfully, with the team and others, was able to find that toddler and return him to his parents. And then we had a fatality, 2 fatalities there at the intersection of Walton Pike and the AA. And again, our deputies assisted with that, so my thanks go to them. Other things that took place throughout the month, we've had several meetings with FEMA, the Individual Assistance Team, the Small Business Association, and congressional liaisons. Again, all those are as a result of the April 2nd tornado, continuing to work on recovering from that event. I also was able to be a part of a rebuild project in Ohio. This is not necessarily emergency management, but one of my other roles is the floodplain coordinator. So we've had a couple people apply for permits, and also an individual that's looking for an elevation certificate there in Dover, so assisted them with that. And then the final thing there is, again, by the direction of Judge, we assisted with escorting Chief Doyle here back into Mason County there at his passing. So just...
Well done, my friend. Well done. That is a event-filled moment.
It was.
I think it's also important to highlight Tony's work with FEMA and the early April storms in getting our federal disaster declaration. We've got 4 sites that are currently being reviewed, eligible for disaster assistance specifically, but then as a whole, so is Mason County, with added benefits that go along with it. Of course, nobody wants those kind of benefits after a storm, but it's good to know that they are there. And then also your work between yourself and Solid Waste Director Shane Taylor. The Kentucky Changers are in town, and Tony has helped them with several sites out in the county. And commissioners also, you guys are assisting the Changers with debris removal and landfill buckets.
If I may.
Dumpsters, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, if I may, to add to that, Lou Cook asked me if he wasn't able to share. I was going to share this later on, but just as an update from Kentucky Changers, there are 250 students and adults that are currently staying out at the intermediate school, and there's over 23 projects here throughout Maysville and Mason County. And again, Lou wanted to emphasize his thank you for the support and cooperation of all of the county in their assistance in the projects. We again couldn't do that without you all. So thank you very much.
Great
Quite an
service,
impact.
great service they provide.
Yes, sir. So commissioners, I'm looking for a motion to approve June's 2024 emergency management.
So moved.
Second.
We've got a motion and a second. Any additions, deletions, or discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Well done, my friend.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tony.
Thank you.
Commissioners, next up in your packet, we've got our landfill report for June, and we've got Director Travis Cooley joining us today. Good morning, Travis.
Morning.
Morning.
Travis.
Morning.
During the month of June, the landfill took in 6,521 tons of waste valued at $151,250. Turf fees were $86.28. Roll-off business had a total of $34,956 in billable accounts. We pumped 1,316,792 gallon of leachate to the Maysville City Treatment Plant. The contained landfill is day-to-day activities. Phase 6, as long as the weather's permitting. And the surveyors get done, they'll be putting clay in hopefully this week. Residual is just, they're hauling out whatever they can haul out.
And so lining the phase 6 with the clay is one of the final stages.
Well, they put the liner, line it with clay, and then they put the actual liner down, and then get the state to approve it, and they put the filter fabric on it. And she's ready to go.
How much longer are you anticipating for that?
They just asked for an extension because of weather dates. They're looking now at September, beginning of September, to be final and done.
So, Commissioners, I'm looking for a motion to approve the landfill report.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So also Travis, at our May or earlier monthly meeting, we talked about a vehicle for the landfill. What have you want to describe to the commissioners where we're at in that process?
I actually got some quotes from the same place that Joe did for a new one. I mean, they give us $47,220 for one of them and $49,765 for another one. The difference is like 10 inches of bed and a tailgate. But I kind of took it upon myself to get a hold of McFarland's and kind of price some used vehicles, because I mean, it just $50,000 is a lot of money for a truck. They're willing to sell us a 2021 model with 36,000 miles, give us a 200,000 mile, 10-year warranty on the drivetrain for $36,699. And then they've got another one that's got 53,000 on it for $34,949.
Got 53,000 miles.
Do what?
It said 53,000 miles. Is that what you're saying?
53,000 miles on one of them and 36,000 on another one. They said,
What were the years of them?
one is a 2021 and the other one's a 19.
And the 21 has less miles or more miles?
The 21 has 36,000. 36,979 to be exact. The 19 has 53,854 on it.
Would the 21 accomplish what you need to get accomplished?
Well, and I kind of feel like versus, I mean, as far as cost efficiency, it would do more justice, because they're going to give you the same powertrain warranty that comes with a brand new one. The only difference is where it's over the 36,000 mark, it's not bumper to bumper. So they're not going to replace, you know, if the rest breaks out of it or something like that, but they're going to cover the motor training, the important things.
What would it be used for? Like, I know you're on call. We get a vehicle for you because you're on call 24/7. So would it be used to get around in the landfill, or just to get you back and forth?
It would get me back and forth and lightly in the landfill. We're trying to veer away from bahaing them across the landfill and tearing them up.
Yeah.
I mean, but it's inevitable in that line.
But more importantly, it begins, you know, the shift to surplusing. So the one he's in currently would stay at the landfill, and then the one below that would go to Shane for out on the road picking up, solid waste or dump sites, or he also uses it to pick up the litter bags. And then the one that's out currently doing that now goes to surplus while we still can get it running. In these Chevrolet V8 truck, or I guess all V8, but the Chevrolet V8 trucks, they have technology in them where they will go from 8 cylinders down to 4 cylinders. But the problem is when you get about 250, 280,000 miles, that cylinder deactivation starts having issues. And we're experiencing that with the solid waste vehicle currently. And also had that same issue with a road department truck 2 years ago.
Travis, first, you said a 36,000 mile vehicle, how much is that, they asking for that?
36,000 is $36,699 even.
And the other one was 53,000?
It's $34,949.
What about the state contract? Did you look into that route too?
The Bachman,
Uh-huh.
the 47 and the 49, them are state contract prices.
47 and 49?
Yeah. One is 47,20, and the other one is 49,765. That's the research that I've kind of stuck my feelers out and done.
Yeah, there's a couple things that make me lean toward one of those two used ones. Number one, it's local. Number two, they're gonna give us a pretty good warranty, it sounds like.
Yes.
For a used vehicle. And number three, they're under 40,000, which takes the bid process out of play.
How many miles do you put on one in a year?
It just really, in all honesty, it kind of depends on how many times I
Average,
get
I'm not
called
gonna
out.
hold you to it. 20,000?
No, I was going at, I'm gonna say, I call it 25.
Depends on how many times that alarm goes off.
That's right.
3 in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, like Friday morning, I was there at 1:49 because the alarm went off. We had a faulty fire alarm.
So have you had a chance to look at these two new used ones out here at McFarland's? Have you-
I have not looked at them.
I should give him a chance to look at them and maybe upon his advice, we're gonna have to run this through the landfill committee also? Bypass that?
Yeah, no, yeah, at your own say so, we would go either with the new one or one of these used ones. I'm not opposed to the, look, I'm trying to get us all, or as many as possible under warranty to kind of pull back on the maintenance costs this county is incurring. But it's hard to argue with the $10,000 savings for a vehicle that only has 30,000 miles and pretty much a very similar warranty. And so I feel like our friends at McFarland Chevrolet are trying to do this court and this county a solid one by helping us out. And so that would be my recommendation. I think that mirrors.
That's the boat that I'm in. I mean, I'm not against using a used vehicle.
Can we make a proposal that he goes ahead and proceeds working with the McFarland's?
Yes, sir.
And on the advice of Travis, I mean, if he feels like we can get by with one with 53,000 miles, or let him come back with his recommendation?
Well, that's the problem. I don't think they will hold both used trucks.
They won't
for
hold
another
them.
month.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's on first come, first
I need to go
served.
drive it.
I think he needs to check them
Check
out.
it out.
Yeah.
He has to see.
I think you could make a motion
To approve whatever
approving
he
Travis
says.
to go out and review both vehicles, select one that he feels most comfortable with, and go forward.
That would be my suggestion. I mean,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
and there can't be add-ons or, I mean, it can't be plus amounts to get over
No.
40. It's gotta be a flat price under the bid.
Well, that's what they've quoted, is just flat rate. That's what it is. There's no
I don't know,
taxes.
they can't upsell something or anything else. It's gotta be under 40, period,
Yes.
or bidding would come in.
So it doesn't need to be equipped with anything
As far as,
for your use?
no. I mean, I don't require anything.
Okay.
I feel comfortable with our attorney's suggestion with the price as quoted, and you check it out, and then you.
Well, that's what I had him do when he
I'm
quoted
talking
it, I
about
said, you know.
I'm talking about physics.
Yes, I got you. I'm with you.
So that's a motion.
Motion,
I'll second that motion.
And we have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Well done,
Did that
Travis.
motion contain to purchase if,
I couldn't hear you.
did that motion contain the ability for me to purchase if he's,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
I see, yes.
If he's satisfied, yes, ma'am.
Right,
Sorry.
He's gonna check out the two bids that he gave us.
right.
Works.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Travis.
And respond to Commissioner Ahern, because the bid amount went up last year, and the treasurer and I had to look it up, but you were right off.
Yes.
I had to confirm what it was.
Commissioner Arnold. Commissioners, also in your packet, you will see the recycling center report from Mr. Randy Ham and Mr. Travis Cooley. For the month of June, Maysville, Mason County landfill received a total 6,521 tons of waste. Wait a minute, sorry, I'm in the wrong spot. Okay, for the month, we picked up 67,850 pounds. We shipped out one load cardboard, OCC, to International Paper at 43,380 pounds, which also mirrors the total amount shipped in June, collected in $5,662.80, collected in May. Our total customers is up at the Mason County Recycling Center to 94. And again, we have 0 tons of recycled material going to the landfill. So I'll entertain a motion to approve
So
the
moved.
recycling report.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. Commissioners, also in your packet, you'll see the solid waste reports from Chris Carpenter. Total tonnage for May was 422.35 tons. Total tonnage for June was 356.58 tons. We do have the new Packard dump truck, which is still being stickered to be rolled out. We have 399 waste wheelers that are currently active and 105 total dumpsters out and active. And so I will entertain a motion to approve the solid waste report.
So moved.
We have a motion,
Second.
and we have a second. Any additions, deletions, or questions? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hara?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. I'll highlight Mr. Carpenter and his team. They're doing an exemplary job taking care of the packers that we have and the equipment that we have out there. They're doing a good job. Okay, that brings us to Commissioners, in your packet, you'll see the property abatement and illegal dumping reports from Director Shane Taylor. Property reports are in your packets with the names not redacted and locations for your review. I will, in addition to that, or any questions you would have, I will also update that work has commenced on the cleanup of the Minerva Gym, and Mr. Steve Thomas is working through that. If you remember, the gym was knocked over by the tornadoes in early April. And so we are working to get that cleaned up. And so I'll entertain a motion to approve property abatement report.
So moved.
We have a motion,
Second.
and we have a second. Any additional questions?
Judge, I just wanted to comment, I think I saw where Kentucky Changers are working on some of these properties.
Yes, sir. Yep. Yeah, that's a good point. So Shane, along with Emergency Management Director Tony Lease and Mr. Cook, we're trying to provide the Kentucky Changers with a ready-made list of available properties that they can have a pretty big impact on. So not only are they helping the individuals that own these properties that have trouble keeping them up, but helping the areas out there too. So
Poverty, when we're trying to enforce these are important, particularly, the lack of resources of these owners really makes it difficult for us to expect to take people to court and instantly they clean it up, and either because of disability, they can't physically do it, don't have the resources, it's either kind of changes or they help it. And sometimes the county's got to put resources in these to get them cleaned up.
I have a motion and a second. I think so. I need a roll call, Madam Clerk.
Yes, sir. Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So Commissioners, that brings us up to our garbage collections report and litter abatement report. Our admin team there at the landfill highlighted 2,846 charges for the month of June, equating to the amount payable of $37,977.27. They received 1,200 payments, and total receipts equal $34,618.71. For the month of May, we expended $690.05 from the roadside litter abatement grant for Mason County, equating to 6.8 to 7 miles cleaned, 100 bags picked up with one group. Now, year to date, we have expended $2,843.20, which leaves a balance $20,800.65 in the roadside litter abatement grant. I'll highlight our Luma local martial arts team that this weekend they are going out to attempt to have Mason County's largest cleanup ever, and they're shooting for 100 miles of Mason County road cleaned. These students are trying to raise money for their martial arts Olympics team trip to Japan here in about 8 months. And so we greatly appreciate their coach and the Luma martial arts team and Director Taylor in getting the information out there and going out picking up all these bags. So if completed, that's going to equate to about $7,000-8,000 of our grant.
Good for them.
Yep. So I will entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional questions? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. So that brings us to our detention center report, and we have Jayla Geary joining us today. Good morning, Jayla Geary.
Good morning.
Good morning.
For the month of June, Mason County Detention Center had the highest daily count of 204, lowest
was 178 with a monthly average of 192. Of that, 154 were males and 38 were females. Mason County had a total of 114, and Bratton County 11, Fleming County 50, Lewis County 34, and all other counties 17. The Class Ds, we had a total of 91, controlled intake 41, and our SAP program 22. Total admitted and released into the Mason County Detention Center was 290. Of that, 203 was males and 87 were females. Community service hours worked by the inmates was 7,440 hours for the month of June, which totaled savings of $74,400 to the county. Jail reimbursements collected was $2,148.30. Bond fees was $131.24. Release fees was $273.63. Booking fees was $1,364.39. Pay my jailer was $2,139.70. And from the House Bill 556, we were given or earned $19,634, and we earned $2,000 through SAP completions in that program. The inmates continue to assist the county garbage pickup, recycle center, and the Mason County Road Department on a regular basis. Other outside agencies helped during the month of June was the Mason County Food Bank, the Mason County Licking Valley Commodities, the Mason County Roadside Litter Pickup, and the Germantown Ballpark and the Russell Theater, and they clean or helped clean out the basement in the theater. Head on there, there's no information on state highway, but we did have some mileage, and I'll report that next month for that. The training in the month of June, we did have, through June 17th to the 28th, we had the CAECO VR training simulator at the jail for all area jails and local law enforcement agencies. All who participated in the training found it very realistic and a valuable training. We are going to request it again in the fall. We at the Mason County staff logged 54 hours of training on the VR system, and we had 40 hours earned with CPR research. The inmates' GED testing, we had 2 that tested and were successful in earning their GED. The high tunnel, we have gardens both inside and out are doing really well. Last month in June, we had a total of 457 pounds of cucumbers, zucchini, and green peppers have been harvested. All the vegetables used are to feed the inmate population at the jail. We estimated the food cost savings for this month is $950. We did have a tour yesterday that came down with the master gardeners from Mason County, and they all were very impressed. And there was a couple there that were interested in had a grant and was looking at our high tunnel because that's exactly what they wanted to put on their property. Which it's a very educational and a little showpiece there for anyone who wants to look at it. We're encouraging them to come down and look. The ankle monitoring program during the month of June, we had a total of 4 participants and collected $390. And that concludes my report.
Commissioners, any questions for Jail or your? I would estimate that savings to the county in the jail to be higher from the, $950. I feel like that's a lot more. If I went and bought all the stuff we grow in there at Kroger, it'd be a lot more than $950, but well done. Any questions for Jail and yours? Looking for a motion to approve the detention center.
Second.
Got a motion and a second? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Ahern?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank? Yes, ma'am. Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. And it looks like you got some surplus items.
Yes. We have, what I'm going to give to you now is the things that can be sold. We got the vehicle, a 2010 Crown a Ford Crown Vic that we have already taken to the road department to be sold. We have a water softening system, North Star, that is also to be sold. And we have a vehicle, it's a 2002 Mercury Marquis, and it also is in surplus to be sold. And then on this list, I'm not sure if it's already been approved, but we also have, the next things are to be sent to the landfill. It's a Frigidaire freezer, the Emerson compressor, and an air unit, and our deep freeze, and 30 mats.
But those need to go to landfill, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. Oh, that is slick. Okay. So commissioners, I'm looking for a motion to approve surplusing, said list to the county auction, and or landfill.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank? Yes, ma'am. Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Commissioners, that brings us up to our treasurer's report. We've got Mason County Treasurer Kim Muse joining us today. Good morning.
Good morning.
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 I'd like to have the court's authorization to take claims as presented, including the additional claims totaling $772,285.07.
So moved.
Got a motion?
A second.
And we have a second. Any questions? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank? Yes, ma'am. Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to have the court's approval of the quarterly financial statement as of June 30th, 2024.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional questions? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank? Yes, ma'am. Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like to have the court's authorization to make budget transfers in the amount of $492,365.04.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank? Yes, ma'am. Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
And I'd like to have the court's authorization or approval of my quarterly investments journal. We have a total of $2,700,000 in investments in the general fund. That does not include the interest rates that we're getting for the ARPA CDs, which will be added in starting the first of this year. And then we also have landfill investments for a total of $1,654,944.89 for a total of CD investments of $4,354,944.89. That doesn't include on landfill the closeout checking accounts that we also have. This is just the CDs.
When are some of these CDs going to expire or mature?
Yeah, they're listed on there when they mature, but
Oh, I see.
I'm working
I'm
with
sorry.
all the banks right now
That's my next
to
question.
get rates, which I've already gotten. And so the judge and I are gonna be sitting down and detailing
Good.
what we need to do, because
Thank
we
you.
need to make some
I
moves.
see that now. Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
Good.
So Commissioners, I'm looking for a motion.
Make a motion to approve as presented quarterly investments.
Got a
Second.
motion? We have a second. Any additional discussion? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank? Yes, ma'am. Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
I forgot to put this in your packets. This is just every July for KRS 64.530. We have to give you this of the salaries for the new fiscal year budget. That's just for your information. There's no motion or anything needs to be taken on it.
Thank you. Commissioners, that, also in your packet, you will see, the EMS report submitted by Chief Kyle Carpenter. Total runs in Mason County equate to 348, of which 66 were strictly county runs. 282 were within the city. That brings us up to our permit report submitted by Building Codes Mr. Jim Fawcett. And you'll note the majority of it residential, minus $2 million for commercial building located at 240 Walmart Way, which is Walmart itself. And Commissioners, that brings us to new business, which we have none. Now, old business, we have ordinance 24-04, which are text amendments of the land use ordinance for medical cannabis businesses. Our second reading, we've got County Attorney Estill here, but we also have our zoning director, Mr. George Larger, here as well for any questions.
And I'll leave your questions to George, but I'll be brief. Reading Mason Fiscal Court Ordinance number 2404 by summary, an ordinance amending the text of the land use ordinance to create a land use charge for medical cannabis businesses. Prior to this, your ordinance has no, it doesn't mention medical cannabis business, which didn't exist prior in Kentucky, so it amends the charts and the different types of medical cannabis businesses, creates a place where they can be located per that chart that's attached to the ordinance. And George Larger.
Commissioners, any questions? George, anything to add, my friend?
Nothing that I didn't say last month.
I will say, there are, our economic development director, Mr. Tyler tells me there is considerable interest across Kentucky as medical cannabis approaches, but being legalized, I guess January 1. And so I feel good about this.
I do too. I make a motion to accept as presented. I have a second.
Got a motion and a second. Any additions, deletions, or comments? Hearing none, I'll go with a roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frame?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am. George, thank you, my friend.
Thank you, George.
So, Commissioners, that brings up ordinance 24-05, the second reading for the Mason County Administrative Code.
And by summary, Mason Fiscal Court Ordinance number 2405, I'd call it a cleanup ordinance to address some issues in our administrative code, which we do from time to time. It is by summary an ordinance amending the Mason County Administrative Code to comply with KRS 61.397 for required military leave in section 430.9, excluding Medicare participants from health insurance waiver in section 430.10B, including other substances that impair with alcohol and controlled substances and prohibitions and other provisions of Chapter 500. Changing the road specifications at section 740.2D to increase the required bituminous surface to 1.5 inches, requiring use of a form for encroachment permits under section 750.2A, and considering risk to public safety as basis for determining surety under section 750.2D having to do with permits for encroachment on roads and road right-of-way. Sherry has attached proof of they've been duly advertised, previously first read and ready for, that is second reading and consideration for adoption.
I make a motion to approve ordinance 24-05 as presented.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Do I have any additions, deletions, or questions from commissioners? Hearing none, roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner O'Hearn?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.
The treasurer's office does a great job in keeping a list, and Sherry did as well, contributing to this, but from time to time, read your administrative code, not only commissioners and judge, but department heads and whatnot, and let's keep a list for consideration whenever we need to change it, so we can make multiple changes instead of single items. So thanks to Sherry and the treasurer's office for keeping track of what needed to change this time.
Well done, Sherry, well done. Commissioners, I updated you earlier about the Minerva Gym. Mr. Thomas, his construction company are underway. Director Taylor will be checking on that progress later this morning or this afternoon. We're still exploring software for our garbage unit, but I don't have anything to report this month. Also, for your information, we received the county attorney's audit for the agreed upon engagement. And so that came back very well. And no
But we
board.
didn't exactly pass.
We did.
There's $15 that we paid to the state of Ohio for records checks, and we provided them canceled checks, but that was not good enough, so I got written up for $15.
Looked pretty glowing to me. Pretty glowing to me. Don't do any business with Ohio, man. No board appointments this month. Communications from judge and commissioners. I want to highlight Mr. Ray and Debbie Black and Shoe Sensation Corporation. This Friday, we will celebrate 35 years in business in Maysville and Mason County. Hope all three of you can make it. We greatly appreciate their investment in Maysville and Mason County. Their corporate officers and a lot of their, I guess, fellow teammates will be here for the event at 10 a.m. Friday. Frontier Housing, Hayeswood Hospital projects moving forward. They selected Mr. Bob Perkins, LMI, as the environmental project engineer, project manager. Bob is known across Kentucky and regionally as Mr. Brownfield and as a preeminent expert in brownfield cleanup. So I'm very excited to start seeing a lot of progress with the Hayeswood Hospital / housing project that Frontier owns. And then also Primary Plus, their family medical medicine residency program opened July 1. All 4 residents are in the office seeing patients, and very much looking forward to additional announcements for the rest of the facility. And we greatly appreciate Primary Plus and their investment in Maysville and Mason County and bringing a mini hospital back to downtown Mason. Our California friends will be back in tomorrow with former Judge Buddy Gonstein taking a tour of Charles Young, the African American Underground Railroad, and other stops here in Mason County. We're looking forward to welcoming them. And then I'll highlight Miss Sherry's work and others on getting the Mason County surplus auction is slated for August 24th. August 24th. And so we're spending a great deal of time tracking assets that will surplus on the 24th with Mr. Craig Stanfield. Guys, that's what I have. Any communications from commissioners?
I have a couple things, Judge.
Yes, ma'am,
That's
please.
okay. So regarding elections, since Ryan, Sheriff Swalski's on the ballot, he had to appoint someone to fill his spot on the Board of Elections. So we are fortunate enough that former Sheriff Patrick Boggs has agreed to serve while Ryan is on the ballot this year. So it's nice to have his experience. Exactly, and expertise. Secondly, in light of the anticipated turnout in November, the Board of Elections has opted to add a second early vote center at the Extension office. So that plan has been submitted to the State Board of Elections, and we're awaiting approval on that. Also, later this month, with Homeland Security and FBI workshops, they're really stressing security this election. And so Chief Palmer, Sheriff Swalski, Judge McNeil, my board, and Tony are going to meet and discuss what that looks like at the vote centers and prior to this November. And lastly, I have signed up for a texting service similar to your all's RAVE program. It's called TextMyGov. And for right now, I'm just going to focus on election information. And then after that, we'll incorporate other aspects of our office. But I'm hoping that's going to go live at the end of this month or beginning of August. And I just felt like it was a better way to get out information quicker to voters. So we're going to give it a try.
Does everyone have to opt into it, or?
Yes, now they have a list already, that a database they are using, and I think what's going to happen is we're going to generate a text saying what this is, and if you'd like to continue, you text a number, and then you can opt out at any time. Yeah, there have been several times, especially with KBIS, where it would have been nice to have something like that.
Yeah.
Like the computers are down, we can't renew trailer tags,
Sure,
things
yeah.
like that. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to using that in the office.
When do you think that'll roll out?
I'm hoping August 1st. We
Okay.
still have a couple, I have another training tomorrow, and then I think she said maybe one more, and then hopefully we'll be good to launch.
Well done.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Sir, please.
How is KBIS working?
Better.
Okay. I've just read state law, they're struggling with.
It is. It's better than it was January 1st, but it's nowhere near where it should be. So better was fair. Yeah, I think some of the dealers were protesting in Frankfurt a couple weeks ago. We're having trouble with rebuilds in that process, so it's taking a little bit longer.
And so the dealers are mad? Oh, right, yeah, okay. Commissioners, also for your awareness, we received a very nice thank you card from Mason County Conservation on our willingness to assist with their endeavors going forward. I'll pass this around from our good friend Anthony Winch Jr. If there is no additional business to come before this court, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion second? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Hart?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Frank?
Yes, ma'am.
Judge McNeil?
Yes, ma'am.